Good morning. I'm Paul Hiltz, President and CEO of NCH Healthcare System. We're pleased to be a sponsor of the Blue Zones Project. 5 years into the project, we've touched over 700 organizations and over 200,000 people. We're helping them live longer, healthier, and happier lives. Over the past year, collectively, we've accomplished much in the Blue Zones Project. You'll learn more as you watch the rest of this video, but highlights in April, we celebrated National Walking Day. In preparation for National Walking Day 2019, we challenged the community to walk with us to all of the original Blue Zones throughout the world, and you did it. We stepped the equivalent distance of traveling to Sardinia, Italy, Okinawa, Japan, Nicoya, Costa Rica, and beyond. In July, Dan Buettner came to town for the largest ever plant-based potluck Moai lunch. The Today Show followed the attendees and will air a segment about it in December. In September, we welcomed Southwest Florida to experience well-being by attending Blue Zones Palooza at North Collier Regional Park. We have a lot to celebrate in Southwest Florida. For the 4th year in a row, Gallup has ranked our community as having the highest well-being in the country. And only 7 years ago, we were ranked 73rd. Quite an accomplishment. Congratulations. Let's make it 5 years in a row.
As Executive Director of the Blue Zones Project, Southwest Florida, it gives me great pleasure to thank our generous sponsor, NCH Healthcare System, President and CEO Paul Hiltz, his Board of Directors and Executive team for bringing the project to Southwest Florida. We are incredibly fortunate to be supported by a healthcare system that actually wants to keep us healthy. I also want to thank our hundreds of amazing volunteers and partners that help us champion well-being in Southwest Florida. We absolutely could not accomplish our mission without you. Blue Zones Project is a we project, meaning that together we are helping people live longer, healthier, happier lives. So when I refer to Blue Zones Project, I'm talking about the many individuals, organizations, and leaders that come together to collaborate on this important mission. So please join me as we take a look at some of the examples of this collaborative work. Blue Zones Project helps to build collaboration and well-being infrastructure within the community. In doing so, we have helped our community earn $14.5 million in grants for policy-related projects. We know that to move well-being in a positive direction, creating policy that promotes health is critical. We thank our city and county partners for their dedication in helping us impact built environment, tobacco, and food policy.
In working with our Blue Zones team, we meet regularly to talk about these policies that really help set the city on the path towards becoming a community that gets people to become more active. And we're always looking at integrating American with Disability Act standards into our projects so that at the intersections where we have crosswalks, we have wheelchair ramps that meet our ADA standards. We have roundabouts that we've constructed which are a much safer, more efficient intersection than any other intersection that really an engineer can design. People have a strong desire now to hop on a bike or to get in a golf cart or to even walk to a destination to stay active. And that's kind of what we're bringing to our projects here in the city of Naples. We're bringing that ability to keep that activity as part of the quality of life here for the city of Naples.
Collier County government became a Blue Zones employer several years ago. So in addition to our community outreach and our activity and parks programs, we also are committed to it at the employee level. We belong to the Florida Recreation and Parks Association, and they have 4 pillars or prevailing objectives and mission, and those align a lot with the 9 principles in the Blue Zone. Very similar. It's about community building, about better environment, positive economic impact, and health. And as I said, that overlaps a great deal with the principles in the Blue Zone for better living. We've been in partnership specifically with Tobacco-Free Florida and the Blue Zones for 2 years now, and We put signage up in our parks trying to discourage smoking, and we've noticed a 40% reduction in litter through that. So there's been a very tangible benefit in our parks through that initiative. We're also trying to raise awareness with our vending products and our vending machines through signage that explains the content of the products being sold, so people have a better understanding what they're buying and consuming.
The University of Florida iPhysics Extension Family Nutrition Program and the Blue Zones Project have partnered by joining the Immokalee and Ave Maria Advisory Committee. And so on the first Thursday of every month, we come together and we talk about the different initiatives that we're supporting in Immokalee, particularly on fresh food, fresh fruit and vegetable access, and physical activity opportunities. We're also working together to help start a food policy council for the region, and we're looking forward to some further developments with that in the coming months. So in May of this year, the Family Nutrition Program and the Blue Zones Project worked together to host the first Southwest Florida Crop Up, in which we invited the Fresh Access Bucks state team to come to Collier County, to come to Naples, and share more about the Fresh Access Bucks program. So the Fresh Access Bucks program doubles your SNAP money that's spent on freshly grown fruits and vegetables that were grown and produced in Florida. So we're also trying to increase access to locally grown foods through supporting school and community gardens. And one of the community gardens that we support with the Blue Zones Project is the Golden Gate Community Garden. Together with the Blue Zones Project, we're looking forward to the Food Policy Council kickoff for Lee and Collier counties. So we want to bring together a lot of the different actors and stakeholders in this region to address some food policy issues to make gardening and fresh food access easier for especially our lower income residents. Policies can be a good way to ensure sustainability of our efforts to increase our local food and fresh, healthy food access in this county.
Since I've been on council, it's been my privilege to be working with Blue Zones on really some of the most exciting projects we've had in the city of Bonita Springs. And that includes maintaining our city with a sense of place, and perhaps most importantly, making our city safer for bikers and walkers as well as drivers. The Old 41 project is one that's been in the works for quite a few years through various councils in Bonita Springs, taking what was pretty much an ordinary streetscape and turning it into something special. We were nominated for the Smart Growth America Award by Blue Zones, and we were privileged to receive it. But there are other projects, an awful lot of other projects as well. One is coming up soon to be in the ground, and that's our Terry Street project that will take a street that's pretty tight and has a lot of bike traffic on it, a lot of car traffic, and everybody's kind of mixed and mingled together, and creating something that will be really special for not just the automobiles to have their own right-of-way, but also to have road bikers separated in a safe way, and to have recreational bikers on the north side be able to travel on a multi-use path together with pedestrians from east to west. Blue Zones project fits kind of simpatico with the beliefs that we have in the city in terms of making things safer for bikers and walkers, as well as a lifestyle. And one of the really interesting things to me is that over time, so many people and so many organizations in the city have joined because they realize the benefits of healthy living, working to contribute to the community, a sense of place in a community. So it's been a win-win for everybody.
Experts have predicted that our youngest generation may not enjoy as long a lifespan as their parents, in part because of rising obesity and chronic disease rates in our youth. Blue Zones Project and partners want to change this unfortunate predicament for our children, so we work with youth organizations from preschools to colleges. Currently, 23 schools in Southwest Florida have implemented enough well-being best practices to become Blue Zones Project approved, and another 13 are actively working to do so. As we measure impact, we are seeing a slight downward trend of obesity in high school-aged youth. In addition, students who attend Blue Zones approved schools have an opportunity to get up to 50 more minutes of activity daily.
So Blue Zones project is a natural fit for Collier County Public Schools because it is about healthy choices for kids. In addition, we've been working on healthy choices for years in the school system. So for our students and for our principals and our communities, it's just a natural way to continue those healthy habits. So when kids have healthy habits, it also leads to better student achievement. And that's also what we're part about. But building those friendships along the way and all of these kind of ideas of learning to make healthy choices at a young age will hopefully carry them into their adult worlds.
My name is Christopher Markert. I'm the principal here at Lake Park, and I've been involved with the Blue Zones project since its beginnings in Collier County Public Schools. Lake Park was one of the 4 pilot schools that brought it into kids and teachers. And we're now going into, I believe, our 4th year as a Blue Zones school, and we're very proud of it. As you can see, banner behind us showing off that we're a Blue Zones approved school. You know, the idea of becoming a Blue Zones community and doing the education part seemed really inspiring, just to bring healthy concepts to our community. And with our part, to start it with kids. You know, when you make health and wellness a part of a little guy or girl's life, it becomes a lifestyle, not an effort. And the thought of having that ingrained in what we do for them every day, kindergarten through 5th grade, seemed like a real powerful potential. We added a hydration station, which was nice. If not for Blue Zones, I don't know that we would have got that. So we've got a great filtered water system now for our staff and students. A metric that we hope to really market this year as a new piece to what we've been doing. We added a garden. Our 3rd grade team took the lead on that and tied the whole gardening process from the initial building of raised beds to the harvest into science standards for 3rd grade. So as kids are growing edible products for themselves, for the school, and to donate to other places, you know, to keep these things going, any type of initiative, over time, it can wear down, just be kind of lost. But with the physical education department, and our health and wellness captain and Mrs. Vukobranovich running the show, Blue Zones is a constant terminology that the kids hear. PE keeps it going.
And our goal is to have those students become their own advocates and apply this to the real world connections that they go home to or go travel to, and then come back happy and healthier students at Lake Park.
One of the reasons that I wanted to get involved with Blue Zones Project is I was introduced to the Blue Zones Project, and we were already part of a movement at the school. We were looking for kids to have a healthy lifestyle. So we already had a healthy snack policy implemented, but it was about taking it another step further, just enhancing it and knowing that good nutrition leads to healthy lifestyle for kids. So it was really important for us as a school to educate our scholars into moving forward on not only good nutrition, but making sure that they're moving naturally and that they're getting involved with the right group of friends, as well as neighbors and family members. So that was really important for us, that we knew that Blue Zones Project would be beneficial to all of our kids as they grow and be part of their community. One of the things that the kids had decided to do, we'd already had a health and wellness team, so we were able to refocus our health and wellness team to become the Blue Zones Project student leadership team. And then those children took the Blue Zones Project and they spearheaded for hydration stations in the school, and they added 2 of those hydration stations in each our elementary building and our middle school. Since then, our students have also been able to do tracking of how many steps it takes for the kids to get to the bus routes to their classrooms. We've implemented brain breaks into extended instructional time. They've also added, now our students are part of our parent newsletter, where they do a Blue Zones Power 9 informational piece each month that focuses on the Power 9. We also have a gardening program that we do here at the school, and we have a gardening team, and our students harvest all of the garden, but when they're finished with the harvest, we actually provide all of the harvest to the Cafe of Life. They have really learned about giving to others, and again, helping others with more well-being, eating healthier, and focusing on the plant slant. All of this ties in together with helping our students live a healthy lifestyle for their mind, body, heart, and soul.
Where we work impacts our well-being, and there's a growing desire to work for companies that recognize a healthy, happy staff is good for business. To date, more than 125 workplaces are participating in Blue Zones Project, of which 45 have earned Blue Zones approval for making the health of their employees a priority.
There are many different steps that we took to become certified. One of them, we implemented the Blue Zone MOIs. Over 50% of our employees participated in MOIs. Throughout our journey of becoming a Blue Zone worksite, we've implemented many different items. One of the things we're most proud of is our transformation and changes that we have had in the Blue Zone cafes. We have increased veggie sales almost 100%. We have increased our water sales due to removing added sugar beverages. We added a boardwalk around the North Naples Pond. It was kind of overgrown with vegetation, but now it is a very pleasant boardwalk for employees to take a break and walk around the boardwalk pond. We are offering Blue Zone Purpose workshops for employees and community members, as well as spouses, families. It creates a lot of inspiration for them to volunteer in the community. And within our structure of our wellness program, we also incentivize for employees to attend the Blue Zone Purpose workshops as well as volunteer within the community.
So at the School District of Lee County, we focus on the 9 principles that the Blue Zones offers, and one of the principles is downshifting, and we encourage our employees through email and also through leadership doing it as well. We take 15-minute breaks twice a day and walk the halls, or we'll come down to the gym and work out, and also during a lunch break you're allowed to do that kind of stuff, and it's encouraged from our superintendent down.
We do offer a diversified program in regards to stress reduction, nutrition education, fitness. We cover financial issues, money, what we call money mindfulness, and all these programs, again, circulate around the basic principles of Blue Zone. For 7 years, as an employer, we have not passed on extra costs to our medical plan, which is phenomenal. I mean, we have people calling us nationally, how are you doing this? And we're actually looking for maybe the 8th year of not having to transfer any extra costs.
Food industry experts estimate the average American eats 4 to 5 meals out weekly, and the #1 trend is a growing interest in plant-based meal options. Therefore, it is no surprise that local restaurants understand the value of adopting Blue Zones Project best practices to attract and retain customers. More than 44 restaurants have earned Blue Zones approval in Southwest Florida, and another 55 are on their way. Together, the approved restaurants have added 286 different plant-based dishes to their menus. Total Blue Zones inspired meals sold in 2019 will exceed 150,000.
We have a very diverse crowd here at CJ's on the Bay. We cater to a lot of large groups, a lot of corporate events, and there's always a need to be very health conscious. And as Blue Zone says, it's making healthy choices easier. So we wanted to put some choices on the menu that were really geared toward people's lifestyle down here in Southwest Florida. And that's one of the reasons why we got involved back in October. We have about 12 different items on our Blue Zone menu over the course of the last 20 months, and we've actually sold 43,000 different items. And that, just to give you a perspective, is a little over 8% of our total volume of all different items, and a little over 6% of our total sales. So it's definitely worthwhile for us to have that as an offering on our menu. One of our favorites on that is the beet salad, which is probably far again the most popular. And we've even taken that to additional links currently and in the future by putting our Beyond Burger on it.
Well, when David approached us and told us the mission of Blue Zones Project, we were immediately engaged. We saw a lot of parallels between what Blue Zones Project has done and what we were about as a restaurant concept. Simple things like having bike racks and being pet friendly and working with smoking cessation and serving great food that's healthy for people. And so we saw this would be a great opportunity for us to partner with a strong organization, same mission as us. Our total count of Blue Zones items is 12, and that number keeps continuing to grow and evolve. Since we started in 2018, we sold over 123,000 Blue Zone items, and that number continues to grow as well. We see it as we open up new restaurants and as our existing restaurants are seeing increases in the items sold that are Blue Zone certified. If you come in as a customer and ask the staff about the Blue Zones, they seem to take a great pride in explaining the Blue Zones Project to our guests. They feel that they're very happy working for a place that takes so much pride in the food and the health of the community that we do business in.
Grocery stores also impact our health in the subtle ways they encourage our choices. In Blue Zones Project, we ask grocers to add more nudges toward healthier items such as water over soda pop, produce and nuts over candy bars and cookies. No choice is ever taken away, but the healthier ones are easier to find.
So things we implemented were like removing sugary drinks from the front end. We put bananas and fresh vegetables at the entrances. We increased our water facings by over 30% in the cold case. And we even have a Blue Zone checkout now, which takes all the candy bars and all that. And we replaced it with water, bananas, granola, stuff you don't usually see in a checkout lane, but it just gives that healthy alternative to our customers.
As well as collaborating with local and national grocery stores, we are also working with smaller neighborhood grocers located in lower income neighborhoods to help encourage healthy choices while remaining profitable. An example is LeGrand's Caribbean Market in Immokalee.
Everybody that comes in feels more welcome, feels more invited. We put all the produce up front so they could get to it better. Just switching it from the back to the front has doubled the sales in produce. So that has been a great change and it helped out a lot. In the future, we would like to have SNAP and the Fresh Access Bucks, which is a way to help everybody purchase more fruits and veggies as they need. The Fresh Access Bucks is pretty much going to help anybody purchasing fresh fruits and vegetables double their purchase. They'll be getting double with the Fresh Access Bucks, which would help the community eat better and healthier and help them purchase everything that they need so that they could stay on the right path to where they're trying to get to. All in all, it's turned out great. The community loved it. So we're very happy to be part of the Blue Zone projects.
In addition to working with more than 700 organizations, Blue Zones Project Southwest Florida also engages individuals. Almost 40,000 people have pledged to participate in improving their own well-being, and many are encouraging their family, friends, and neighbors to do so as well. 1 in 3 seniors report waking up lonely every day, and our young adults ages 16 to 24 are defined as our loneliest age group. This is why Blue Zones Project works diligently to help people build social connections within the community, as well as help them find purpose or the reason to wake up in the morning. To help connect people with their purpose, Blue Zones Project offers volunteer opportunities to help people contribute in a meaningful way. More than 800 people have generously lent their time and talent by providing over 9,000 volunteer hours to help others in our community. More than 4,000 people have engaged in a purpose workshop, understanding that when we live on purpose, we can add up to 7 years to our lifespan.
I think it is extremely important to engage youth in the purpose workshop, simply because purpose really, it is a life assignment. It is one's life assignment, and the youth is the next generation. So therefore, they need to know their position. They need to know their purpose. They need to understand that they were created for very specific assignments, and only them can really do that assignment. Success is not about owning money, big house, but it's truly understand what is your life assignment and how you are fulfilling that life assignment. So that's why purpose is very important to me and to the next generation, which is the youth.
To date, over 4,300 individuals have participated in a walking or plant-based potluck moai. The NBC Today show took note of Blue Zones Project Southwest Florida recently and followed 22 of our plant-based potluck moais. The power of moais, or getting people together in small groups to support each other's well-being, was validated. In just 3 months, 100% of participants said that their moai had a positive impact on their well-being, and 100% were eating more plant-based meals. Almost 70% said they had made new friends, and many lost weight, lowered their cholesterol, and/or reduced their blood sugar.
We started our moai like 1.5 years ago, and during season we were up to as many as 48 members, and during hot summer we can be as low as 6 to 12. We go to Sugden Park on the first Tuesday, and then Greenway Park, Then the Botanical Gardens has graciously opened their doors to us, and then we finish with Freedom Park. And when there's a 5th Tuesday of a month, we go to Eagle Lakes, and we're going to try Baker Park for the first time this month. I think there's so many benefits to really be part of. It reminds me of how I feel when we help someone. You have this feeling 10 times better come back to you, and it's what being part of our Walking Moai has made me feel. We're there for each other. We belong to this bigger group greater than ourselves, and I think that propels us out the door and makes us want to be part of it. The experiencing of the local parks, the sharing of that nature has just been incredible. We learn from each other. We've learned to identify the birds, the animals. You know, we're helping each other experience the local community, which instead of staying inside and not being part of something greater, we've had that opportunity. And I think going to many of the Blue Zones events that we have been part of has helped all of us as our Mayflower Moai be more connected with this larger Blue Zones concept. So we wear our Blue Zone shirts at every one of our walks, and truly we are living longer better. I thank you for that.
To help us drive home the benefit of being connected to others who support our well-being, as well as build fellowship and faith, we elicit help from partners in the faith-based community and homeowners associations. More than 14 faith-based organizations and 31 homeowners associations have earned recognition for encouraging well-being. Another 20 faith-based organizations and 22 homeowners associations are working to achieve this recognition.
I guess I started it, but I got a couple of people in the church involved. Because one of the things, Power 9 Points, is a faith-based lifestyle, it's a natural fit for that. But I looked at it as a more holistic approach to living, especially with folks that are elderly, aging, newly retired. How can we make this kind of last trimester of our lives better, more healthier? So I thought it was just a good fit. A holistic approach to life, health, and well-being. We've developed a wonderful walking moai. It started out as probably 6 or 8 people, but earlier in the spring we were getting 40 people. And we walk in different places, one on Tuesdays, different parks around the community, so that breaks up the monotony. And we're able to walk here in Sudgen Park, the Botanical Gardens, and other parks around the community. Chair yoga started just because one of our music directors teaches yoga, so she thought chair yoga would be a good fit for the church, but then it also fit into the Blue Zones, and they've kind of worked together. The walking moai, chair yoga, healthy eating, faith-based community. We've seen those parts of the Blue Zone integrated into all those things. So that's worked out well. Our ultimate objective with the Blue Zones project is to incorporate it so that everybody in the church is participating at a level that they feel comfortable with.
One of the reasons that we joined the Blue Zone initiative is because we believe in the 9 principles. As our aging population increases, it's very important that we support a healthy spiritual life with exercise and all of the elements that are included. One of the main things we've done this year is we participated in Track Your Trek. We actually had 92 people participate, and we actually took 25 million steps. In addition, at the Arlington of Naples, we have 26 exercise groups per week with our professional trainer. That can be anything from yoga to a men's walking group to chair yoga and aerobics and other types of balance and stretching activities. I personally have taken on the Blue Zone initiatives and have lived a very healthy lifestyle because of it, which helps me be a good example and a leader here at the community and being very supportive of the Blue Zone. And the residents acknowledge that, and they tend to go along with you. So we're all involved here employees, residents, and leadership in supporting all the initiatives. We are ensuring the long-term sustainability of these initiatives every day here at the Arlington. One way we've done that is we've contracted with a food service group who also believes in the Blue Zone initiatives and has created Blue Zone menus, worked with the residents in what those menus look like, and have very healthy options every single day for every meal for the residents here at the Arlington.
And finally, the work you are all doing is drawing positive attention to Southwest Florida. To date, our Blue Zones Project Southwest Florida media coverage has hit 4.9 billion readers and viewers, and the project is responsible for bringing more than $9.5 million of media awareness to Southwest Florida. In addition to our many wonderful local media partners, the project has drawn attention from BBC World Hacks, Today Show, British GQ, and other world news outlets.
I want to salute NCH Healthcare System for bringing the Blue Zone Project to Southwest Florida. Just 7 years ago, this area ranked number 73 in the nation as in Gallup's well-being ranking. It's now been number 1 for the last 4 years. Coincidence? It's amazing what happens when leadership comes together, works well together, brings all components of communities, grocery stores, workplaces, schools, faith-based organizations, policy, and focuses it on making the healthy choice the easy choice. That's how a community gets ahead, that's how the people get healthier, and that's how we tackle this enormous healthcare problem in America.
Wow, it's really impressive to see what can happen when a community comes together for a common mission. Take a bow, Southwest Florida, because you're making a difference for now and for generations to come. Thank you, and let's keep going.